In this video, I'll show you how we can use one for loop in Python. So basically, a for loop is used to iterate over a sequence. We can iterate over a list or tuple, or we can iterate over the characters of a string. So in this video, I'm gonna show you 5 different examples of for loop. Let me go here. I have created one Python file. So the syntax of for loop is for item in list, then here do something for this item. For example, we have one list, given list. Suppose it's a list of numbers 1 2 3 4 5. Then if I write it as for item in list, print the item, the for loop will iterate on this list by one. First it will pick this first item 1, then it will move to the second item, third item, fourth item, and fifth item, and for each time it will execute this print statement. So if I run this program, so let me save it, and if I'm executing this program, oh, it's not list, it's given list. So let me rerun it again. So you can see that it's printing all these items of this list. Like for each of these items, it's printing that item. So this was our example 1. So iterate over a list of numbers. Then also we can find the sum of all these numbers in the list. For that, we need to define one variable here as sum is 0, and each time we are iterating over the items of this list, for each item we are going to add that item to this sum. So first, the first of all, before this for loop starts, we have this sum is equal to 0. Then once we get 1 in the for loop, we are adding this 1 to sum, then it becomes 1. Then after that we are adding 2 to this 1, then it became 3. Then we are adding 3 to this 3, then it's 6. Then we are adding 6 to this 4, 10, and finally this 10 to this 5, that is 15. Then after the for loop ends, we can print the sum. Now if I run this program, then you can see that it's printing 15. That is the sum of all these numbers. One more example, we can iterate over the characters of a string. So let me create one string variable given str, suppose it is hello. Okay, we can iterate over all these characters of this string. This is same for ch in given string. That means for each character in given string, print ch, print that character. Now if I run it, you can see that it's printing the characters HLLO. Now the fourth example we can use with range. So what is range? Range is a function where so you can see here that we can pass on a start value, and we can pass on a stop value, and we can pass on a step value. This basically step is optional, and we can pass the start and stop. It returns on list. For example, if I pass the start as 0 and this is 10, then if I run on for loop here, let me first print this value. So in the Visual Studio Code, if I write it as range, then it also shows the definition of this range. Return an object that produces a sequence of integers from start. So then we need to use list to convert this value to a list. So if I write as 0 to 10, then you can see that we are getting one list from 0 to 9. Similarly, if I give the third point as 2, that is the step as 2, then you can see that it is taking the step as 2, like 0, 1 is left, and 2, 3 is left, and 4, 5 is left, 6, 8, 8. And if I give only one value here, like 10, then you can see that it starts from 0 to the means 10 minus 1, it's 9. So we can use one for loop here for item in range. Suppose it is 10, then print that item. Now if I run this, you can see that it's printing all the values of this range. So range is useful, like if you want to find the sum of all the numbers from 0 to 100. So if I am finding the sum of all from 0 to 100, then we can use one range as 100. We can create one variable as sum 0, and here we can give this item, we can add this item to this sum plus item. Then once the for loop ends, we can print the sum. If I run this program here, this is the sum of all the values from 0 to 100. So it's correct or not, let me find out. So to find out, we need to 100 into 101 divided by 2, so it's 5050. Oh, it's taking all the numbers from 0 to 99. We need to add this as 101. So here it is 5050. So that's the way you can use for loop with range. And one more thing is that we can also use one else with a for loop. So what is else? So suppose it is 5 and we are printing all the items from 0 to 4. Then once the for loop ends, we can also add one here, one else block. Done. So this part inside this for loop, this part will run until the for loop the conditions is true. That means if we are iterating over the elements of this range, this part will keep running. After that, it will move to this else block. So if I execute this program here, then you can see that it is running for 0 1 2 3 4, that is all the items for range 5. Then once this is completed, this is done, it executes this else part for one time. Right? So this is also useful if you want to do something after the for loop ends. So that's all for today. So I hope that you got the basic understanding of for loop, how we can use it in Python. So if you have any questions, please drop one comment below, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos similar to this one. Thanks.